Hi guys, I'm Sally Louise, your YouTube vocal coach, and today we're going to talk about singing in tune. This is something that a lot of you have requested, and this is something a lot of students come to me for when they have private voice lessons. Singing in tune is something that comes easy for some people, and for others it is a challenge, but it's something that can be cultivated. The first thing I want to tell you right now is I'm not someone and if you're interested in taking lessons, I'll ask you this on the phone before we actually sign you up for a lesson. But if you struggle with connecting or making a connection between your voice, the pitch that you're singing, and the pitch that you're trying to match, if you struggle to see the relationship between them and you don't know if you're in tune or not, this video is not going to help you. There are probably other videos out there that will help you find out how to cultivate that self-awareness of what pitch you're singing and how it relates to what you want to be singing, but this is not that video. Instead, this is a video that if you already know when you're singing that you know that you're out of tune or you know that you're in tune and you can tell the difference, this is the video for you. So let's get into it. There's 4 things I want to cover today. I hope to make this a comprehensive and straightforward guide for you. So if I miss anything or if you have questions, just drop them in the comments, okay? First thing you have to understand is that the vocal folds, the voice itself, creating pitch is all subconsciously controlled. So as you are singing, you're not tilting these muscles and contracting and manipulating these consciously, right? These are all subconscious. So as you hear a pitch and you're going to sing it, you don't want to be thinking too much, because that's just honestly most of the time when the students is struggling with pitch, they're oftentimes overthinking. And I just ask them, simply listen to the note that you want to sing, trust that your brain has it and is going to coordinate this, and then go. It's a scary thing, but if you can actively listen to the pitch or the phrase that you want to sing and hear it in your mind's ear before you sing it, I think you're going to be much better off. Almost 99% of the time, I see students switch on a dime and they're suddenly singing in tune. If that isn't doing it for you, there's a few other variables that could be doing it. So the first thing second thing I want to talk about is, let's say you're having trouble singing notes in your upper range. That's a very common thing for people. If you have trouble singing in an upper range, I would suggest singing with not more airflow. You don't need to get more air in and try to push more air out. That's a faux pas that a lot of people do. Instead, it actually takes less air to sing higher notes. So we need instead more energized air. The higher you sing, the less air you need, but the more energy that air has to have. Does that make sense? So singing with surprise, with excitement, with a powerful exhale, those are all going to help you in your upper range. So if your singing is out of tune or you're struggling to sustain or hit a higher note, oftentimes you just need a little bit more energy. Okay, that's number 2. Number three is, this is, something that you go to voice lessons for, but to help you, because it's helpful to have another person hearing what you're doing and guiding you, but better vowels. So for example, I'm going to sing It's So Easy to Fall in Love by Olivia Dean, just a little bit of it. And I want you to notice the difference between singing with pretty flat, wide, very English American, specifically North American vowels, versus taller, more vertical space in the mouth, taller vowels, like British vowels. So first one is the way that I don't want you to do it. So easy to fall in love, so come give me a call and we'll fall into love, or us. Not the best. It's pretty strident, it's really bright and really a lot. Versus, it's so easy to fall in love, so come give me a call and we'll fall into us. The key between those two, besides thinking tall and doing this with my hands, kind of helps sometimes, right? But it's realizing that in a lot of, specifically English, I don't see this in too many other languages, but in English we have a sound called a schwa And that sound is called, it's the sound, I've probably talked about this in a past video, but we don't want a schwa. No schwas allowed, except for, there's like a few exceptions I'm sure you could do. But in general, we have schwas all over our language. We say a lot. The, love. It's so prevalent in English. And as we sing, we have to sing with taller vowels. So making those uhs have a hint of ah in there. So easy to fall in love is how I would speak it instead of how I would speak the way that I'm singing instead of sing the way that I'm speaking. Does that make sense? Maybe that's another video for another time. But my fourth and final tip for you today is we want to trust our bodies. At the end of the day, singing in tune allows you to trust that your brain has coordinated your instrument and that you can just relax and sing. Overthinking is the #1 killer of good singing. It's public enemy #1. And if you're overthinking, oftentimes you will be singing out of tune as well. So trust your body. And that takes time and practice and energy and conscious effort initially. But my hope is for you, every time that you do that, you're solidifying good habits, and down the road, it'll be second nature. You won't have to consciously think about it all the time. You'll be able to allow your body to just do what it naturally wants to do. This was a little bit of a longer video than I thought, but hey, 6.5, 7 minutes, not too bad. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you want more in-depth videos like this, feel free to subscribe and check out the course that I have down below. It's less than the cost of one voice lesson, and you get 2.5+ hours of video and PDF instructions and ways to be a better singer. So I highly recommend the Sing Smarter Toolkit, and join the email list down below. I'm going to be announcing some group classes where we can work one-on-one next year. So take a look into that, and happy singing. See you next time.